Double O.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ladies and
King in
gentlemen,
his house. Yes, sir.
welcome back to the Stack Crypto channel. It's your boy Brazen.
Your boy Double O. Thank you for watching.
Dude, thank you for watching. Absolutely, thank you for watching. You know, Kenny, I think we have found the bottom of Bitcoin, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, bro.
This is the bottom, man. I can tell you without a doubt in my mind, okay? Without a shred, I'm talking about 100%. That kind of
Have you heard
guarantee that
about
you
that
never
thing
get
called
anywhere. Huh?
Have you ever heard about that thing called the dead cat bounce?
The dead cat bounce. I've heard about it, man. But jeez, man, I'm bullish all the time. I don't need to worry about a dead cat bounce.
How about the dead cross? How about a dead cross?
Oh, dude, there is a dead cross, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing some TA here on Bitcoin, Phantom, and AVAX. You know, Kenny, you seem to be extremely bullish on Phantom specifically, man.
I've been
Why is that?
Phantom since it was like 60 cents, 60, 90 cents.
I know, but you know, you're still holding it. You're still holding it, which means that you're expecting more. What makes you so bullish on it?
Phantom's gonna pull a Solana on y'all, man. You'll be surprised.
Hey, I mean, I think look, man, it's one of those Ethereum competitors that look. Same thing with AVAX, right?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
If Ethereum is going to be successful, I can see how these other blockchains will be successful alongside it. But you know how I still feel about the whole decentralization situation. But for just the technology, absolutely, I think it is one of those ones.
Well, I guess that's what we're doing. Bitcoin and the Ethereum competitors, which is Phantom.
Yes, sir. Dude, you know what that's called? You know what that's called? Diversification. It's a beautiful thing. Everyone should do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everyone should do it. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, let's jump into the activity here, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin trading at $42,782. Okay. Now, we're looking at the daily chart here, and obviously we've seen that Bitcoin has been falling for a while. It seems to have found some support there around, which what did we say? We said 42. It got to 42. It fell a little bit below that. At the lowest point, it was about $39,708.
Yeah.
And right now, we're at 42K. It looks like it's pushing up, but there's other things happening. Double O.
Let's dig into this, baby. All right. I will start with the basics, which is the candlesticks, right? So when you have, gosh, I don't want to make this complicated for y'all though. Just look at the candles, right? The current candle that we have right now is a pretty green candle, which has consumed previous red candle. This is a bullish move. It's a very temporary bullish move. So if you were swing trading or day trading, you probably want to zoom in into the 4-hour chart or the 15-minute chart and start saying, okay, where is the momentum going? Is it going up or is it going down? So if Brazen, for example, jumps in here right now and say, okay, give me a 4-hour chart of what's going on with Bitcoin right now, and you wanted to swing trade, Bitcoin, which I would not be trading Bitcoin. This is one of those things.
Who is swing trading Bitcoin, bro?
Hey, that swing trade and leverage trade Bitcoin. I won't do it. I would say right now, look, even looking at this right now, it's still a little bit iffy. The price action just crossed the 0.216. This is not a definite entry point. You want to enter at 0.382 or 0.618. That's also a much stronger entry point. So at 0.216, man, you are going to the casino. Yeah. So it's still looking quite tricky here.
Well, you know, I cannot speak to the trading side of it, but I can say this, man. Our game plan is really averaging down, right? Yeah. And we just monitor it to see where we can get more. This situation here with what seems like a reversal right now, right? I think it's interesting that even though it looks like it's moving up, and some people might maybe call this the bottom, and I think it's rolling up some more, but we can see that we have a death cross, right? That 50-day moving average dropping below the 200-day moving average, right? And I believe you mentioned this before. And the last couple times that we have seen the 50-day moving average drop below the 200-day moving average, right? Yeah. It seems to be
zooming a little bit. Yeah,
it's quite dramatic every time. So I'm thinking that it's probably going to pull back. I'm not really expecting it to move up from here, but Now the question then becomes like, where do we think it's going to end up? I'm thinking we're probably going to see 37 to 38k,
Why is that?
possibly.
Tell them why. How did we come up with
Well,
that? So,
here's the thing. Go ahead.
well, I'll just make it quick, right? So what we
Yeah.
did was we went back and we looked at the previous times that we've had the dead cross, which is when the
Right.
50-day crosses the 200-day, and measured the percentage loss after that dead
Yeah.
cross. So we kind of averaged it down to like 20 something percent, and
Yes.
that's how we ended up with that $38,000 prize. Was that okay? We have a cross now. The cross needs to do what the cross does, which is go down, and the cross just
Right.
literally just happened. So we still needed to move down.
Yeah.
We're thinking that 8,000 is possible.
And
possible
and
move.
this measurement, I mean, it's just kind of like just comparing price action across time, right? And this measurement was just from the point where the 50-day moving average dropped below that 200.
Yep.
And the interesting thing about that was when we did that measurement here from kind of that point where it crosses the 50 and the 20, the 50 and the 200 cross there, it kind of really brought us down to a support point that we had already set up in the first place, right? Because we can also see that this is previous support around that 38k price point. So we'll see what happens. I think if the dead cat bounce happens, right? If this price action does not cross above that 20-day moving average, then we'll probably see that downward move from there. But that's very interesting. We'll move on to Phantom now, trading at $2.56. Take it away, sir.
Well, I just think Phantom is going to give Ethereum a pretty good competition. It's much cheaper to transact in Phantom. It's faster to transact in Phantom, and now they have this $500 million dollar
Oh yeah, this is true. An incentive program.
incentive program for developers to come on the platform and start developing. And guess what? Phantom makes it so easy that you can copy an app that you have on Ethereum and copy and paste it over to Phantom, and just boom, just a quick edit, and you're good to go. So literally, if you're on Ethereum right now and you tied up the gas fee and you're a developer, you can just copy paste into Phantom, and Phantom would just copy paste and kick Ethereum's butt.
I wonder what Ethereum is thinking, because it just seems like they just have no sense of urgency.
Solution to the gas fee issues.
Yeah,
Well,
like the gas fee situation. Like it seems like they're just not in a rush to resolve it. That's what it seems like to me, because I'm pretty sure they've been doing it. Dude, this has been over a year now, probably more than a year. They've been trying to resolve this, right?
Yeah.
And I think it could have been done much sooner. That would make it. I mean, now you have competitors, right? So when you have people in this proof of stake situation, who are just built from the ground up for proof of stake, how does Ethereum compare to it later on when it transfers over and then has to deal with all the bugs that come with any new setup, right? So interesting, I'm just holding some. Well, actually, I don't have any Phantom coins. I confused it for Matic. I have quite a bit of Polygon, but
to get Phantom. But looking at the current price action though, it's already touched the zero.
Yeah.
Right. And when it does that, it's most likely supposed to come back down
back as
and
well.
retest. So this might just be another temporary, just copying off of or what you call it, mirroring off of Bitcoin for now. But because everybody seems to kind of follow what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin continues its nosedive, it should go back to that one level, which would be another good entry point for you to enter. But I have to say though, the moving averages, price actions above the 20-day, 50-day, that's really good. The 200-day moving average, price action still above that. So if I was a discount shopper, I will not be buying Phantom at this price. I want the price to go below the moving averages, or maybe even get a little bit of a dead cross or get close to the dead cross for me to get in. So I'm thinking like that 140, that range.
Yeah, somewhere around 140 there.
Yeah, bring it down to like 140, 135. Bring it down a little bit more. That area.
Yeah, around there.
Around 135. 135, 140 will be a good support. And if it touches one, great for you. You got a great discount. But 135, 140.
That would be below the 200-day moving average. Interesting.
Yeah, but that's That's if Bitcoin goes south. So there's possibility of Bitcoin going south, which would eventually impact these guys. And
Yeah,
then,
I mean,
yeah,
well,
this-
we do know that when a bear market comes around, and which maybe at some point is going to come through, right? The altcoins seem to drop quite a bit, and
yep,
that's about
70%.
60%. 60% drop. It is, yeah, and so we will see. That's pretty interesting. I mean, also, the TTM is moving downward, so is the awesome oscillator,
Yeah.
despite that divergence with the candle there. But interesting
That's
one.
just a
Now, talking of Bitcoin, crashing other
AVAX.
coins, right? So we're looking at AVAX, and AVAX is one of those ones that are also an Ethereum competitor,
Yeah.
right? And so, the interesting thing here, we already see that the 200-day moving average is starting to cross over that 50-day moving average, which is
Yeah, no,
you know,
is the 20 and is it the 20 and the 50? It's
yeah. So
crossing
the 20
right
is
now.
crossing the 50 right now, which is bearish.
Yeah.
Right. And then, of course, if we're looking at this from where it's sitting right now, we see that this has been a previous support level, right? We're not really. I don't feel confident about this moving up because that 20-day moving average just crossed down. And so, if it was to move to the downside, right? If it was to start moving in a negative direction, I think probably the next point where it would stop should be around $69.70 to $69 ish,
Yeah.
which is just
Yep.
right above where the 200-day moving average is right now.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I would add that,
Right.
we are on public, and when folks were buying AVAX screaming that it's going up at $89.90, I was like, it's above the moving averages. You don't want to buy, you're buying at the highs.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
you have a chance because now the price action has just finally moved below the 20 and 50-day moving average, which is
Right.
good. Right? It's a good sign that okay, maybe you can buy some here. Right, and then if the downward trend for Bitcoin continues, you get a better chance to buy it at the current support level or the next support level. So again, this is not financial advice, but the technical analysis does help you to have better entries so that you're not
Yeah.
always buying at the top.
Yeah, it gives you an idea of where you can place a limit order, right?
Yep.
Get more for less if you can.
Yes, sir. No slippage.
I mean, I think even if you're investing long term, if
Yeah.
if you're holding something in for you buy something, you're like, yeah, I'm holding it for many years. It still feels you still feel the pain when
Yeah.
when your portfolio is negative, and when you buy things at the top, that is the quickest way to feel that pain. So
Yeah. And some,
yeah.
some folks are like dollar cost average. I would dollar cost average, I will add up the money. And even if I'm dollar cost averaging this week, so let's say I'm doing a weekly add up, and this week
Right.
it's not looking right, I would just add up the money and just hold on to the money until it looks right. Then I'll put all the money. So that's my dollar cost average strategy right there.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with dollar cost averaging. At the same time, there's nothing wrong with doing the most efficient dollar cost averaging ever, which is, I guess, is what we're doing. Because if we have the ability and the bandwidth to make it happen, we make it happen.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right? And so it's a beautiful thing, and I think it's it's a good strategy for the long term. You get
Yeah.
to keep your price, your average price, pretty tight. So there we go. Looking at the 4-hour candle on AVAX, it looks like it
Yeah.
might move up, but everything is below that 200-day moving average. And if we look at it historically, when all the moving averages are below that 200-day moving average, they tend to be some significant moves to the downside. So
Yeah.
I'll patiently wait on this one, man. I think $80 is possible.
I would
that's probably
say-
a good point of entry.
I would say it could go and try to touch that one Fibonacci sequence level right there, but then it's just gonna still come back down because we're in a pretty tough position right now.
Yeah, that's also. I mean, first of all, the one Fibonacci is a strong resistance point. The 50-day moving average is a strong resistance point, and we have both of
Yeah.
those. I'm pretty sure this is one of those situations which, if you use, there was a software which we used in the past called TrendSpider, and it showed you these red lines of resistance.
Yep.
I think something like that
That'll
would
be-
make it a qualifier for one of those.
Yeah.
And when you had those red lines of resistance, it was quite tough to break through.
Hellish.
Well,
Yep.
dude, man, it was awesome doing some technical analysis, man. Every now and then it's refreshing. I enjoy it, Any
Yes,
final
sir.
thoughts, sir?
Well, as always, thanks for liking and subscribing. We really enjoy you guys watching the show. Um, we can do more of this for you guys. This year again, as we mentioned at the beginning of the year, we're gonna be doing more TAs and stuff that we believe in. So we're not gonna chase and follow all the noise. We're just gonna stay focused on the technologies that we believe in, and of course
Yeah,
Bitcoin,
yeah.
and try to show you how these technologies impact your daily lives. So you're gonna see more of that, and hopefully we can bring you guys some more interviews in the near future. Thanks again for liking and subscribing.
Hey, man, researching the best, sharing the best. What can we say? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Follow us on Facebook, StackFin. Follow us on Twitter. I'm definitely on Twitter, replying to Peter Schiff when I can. Sometimes I really go and look for him. I'm like, what is Peter Schiff saying about Bitcoin today? Just so that I can say, hey, because this man says Bitcoin is going to zero, man. And I've just decided that I want to follow this journey of his and see how it ends up, Just
What if
supporting
what
the
if
guy.
what if Peter Schiff pays the government and Powell to make Bitcoin go to zero? Money, power, and Bitcoin.
Oh, what is that word again? Yeah, I think bankruptcy is an understatement, sir. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much power you have. That's gonna be a serious feat. Anyway, well, this is the end. Actually, what are we doing, man? We're supposed to be saying peace. We're still here discussing. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time.
Blow out. Oh, jeez.